Hello, team. Welcome. That time of year that we get to do the free content as YouTube CSGO content creators. I do like doing the pick'ems though. It's good fun. You know, everyone gets together. Everyone makes a video. Everyone has their thing to say on Twitter. You know, I was actually going to leave it until closer to the time so that we had less of a break, I guess. Do it on that sort of final day. So that, you know, it would be pick'ems, then a bit of major, then more pick'ems. But I guess, you know, we're going to be here a good 10 days early or so. But that's okay. That's okay. You know, I am peer pressured by other people just by the content that they're making, not even the words that they've said to me. So let's get into it before I ramble my way into oblivion. I'm going to start with the 3-0 and the 0-3, get those out of the way. I'm going to go for Vitality. I mean, it's a cold take, you know what I mean? Like, it's not very spicy, but usually some of the logic coming in is that, oh, you know, you don't want to put the team that should go 3-0 as 3-0, because then if they don't get 3-0 and they go 3-1, you don't get the points for them. You know, that's the meta game or whatever. So put someone a little bit wackier in 3-0. Well, no. Vitality, I think, are shit hot right now. Perhaps even in contention to win the major, to be quite honest. Looking really good. They've got the best form coming into it. And, yep, fitting in with Spinks. I like him a lot. That's all you need to know. That's all the reasoning that you need. 0-3, there's a few options. There's an IHC. There's a Greyhound. There's maybe an EG if you're an EG hater, as I know there are many out there. I'm going to go with Greyhound. No offense to the Aussie boyos, but I just don't see him picking up a Dubsky here. This is actually a pretty stacked challenger stage. You know, OG on a hot run of form. Cloud9, Big looked all right towards the end. B&E seemed to be, you know, the new Copenhagen Flames doing well at the majors, whatever. Mao's good run of form. Outsiders, you know, such a gatekeepery team. Fnatic. And then you've got like Furia, Imperial, 00 Nation. Don't really know what they're going to do in front of this crowd, you know. So, yeah, and I think that it's going to be a bit much, and they'll just be taken up in the atmosphere of the thing. So, yeah. So these are the 2, 3-0, 0-3. Bada bing. Like I say, there's a lot of teams, and it's not that deep. It's just kind of regionally not as advanced, right? And coming into a stacked challenger stage, like I say. Teams that are going through, maybe a little bit easier to work your way around. We can whack a bunch. I'll do it team by team. We could whack a bunch in. OG, as I just said, hot run of form. The new pickup's looking good. I think there's a little bit of inexperience at the super high level. Sure, but I reckon they can make it through the challenger stage. Yeah, and then they get stopped in the next stage by the big boys. Cloud9, it's kind of, I don't know, it's a bit of a tough one. They won Dallas. That was maybe a 1.5 tier in the end with some of the dropouts and stuff. Still had phase there and stuff. So, you know, it's nothing to shake a stick at, as they say. Yeah, one of the best riflers in the game right now for me, Axile. I think they will definitely make it through to this stage again. It becomes a conversation a little later on. Can they finally get over the hiccup where it's like, you know, pressure of semis or whatever, you know, they don't quite make that final kind of hurdle. They're sort of like the new Nip in a way, where this time last year you may be saying, Nip, they have a good chance, they have a good shoe in. These guys seem to be a lot of, you know, the dark horse pick for a lot of people and all that kind of stuff to win the major. But they, a lot of events kind of just, you know, get to a good point and then disappoint. When you start to back them a bit, they'll fall flat in the big game. So we'll see here. We'll see. They'll make it through this stage, though. That I am confident on. Now, up next, we have, you know, a number of names here. Big, Maus, Outsiders, Furia, Fnatic. I saw Maui put Imperial in his, but I don't know about that one. But there is a spot. There is a spot, isn't there, at the end here? I just doxed my whole friends list. There is a spot here at the end that's kind of, you know, open to a 00 Nation or maybe a Gamer Legion or, you know, probably not. But, like, there's a spot for a random team to get in. I'm going to say Big Clan. They are cool. But they're playing with a standard, actually. So, no. I take it back. If they had Favon, because Favon's hot, bro, but, like, you know, they don't. So, I'm going to go Maus. Good run of form, should be able to make it through the challenger stage. They're one of the teams that I think would be on the cusp, though. I think they're going to make it 3-2, and I think that they'll lose, a pretty controversial game in there to like Game of Legion or something that knocks them down. That's kind of my prediction with them. Outsiders, like I said, probably the gatekeeper team for that top 20, top 15. These are the guys that you got to beat, and they're actually looking really, really good with Fame and Norbert at the moment, I will say. Also, one of the hardest teams to put away, and, seem to just be able to zone out the crowd effect and everything, even though, again, to remind people, I'm sure everyone's been saying this in their videos, and you're probably aware if, you're paying attention to my video on a bit of a smaller channel. Every single game is going to be played in front of a crowd of some kind, right? It's just the size of that crowd kind of scales up as the tournament goes on. But there will be a crowd effect, and, Brazilian fans at a Brazilian major, all this kind of stuff, it's going to be crazy, even if there's only a few thousand, right? And I say only a few thousand, that's still a pretty big effect wherever you go, but the Brazilian fans are known for their passion, let's say. So I think a team like Outsiders, their ability to maybe zone out from that, as we've seen in previous tournaments, is pretty big. Now, these remaining three, I've got to put Fnatic in here. UK representation, big man Mezzi. You don't need much more than that. But again, another team like a Mouse that, come together and in a very short time look way, way, way better than before. And, Fnatic have not qualified for a major for a few years now, and they are back, baby. So, yep. Now, these final two, you kind of have to put Furia in here. Brazilian representation, first of all, right? Still have a few issues. I don't think they're going to make it through to the playoffs for my money. But I think that they will make it through this challenger stage. I think eventually we could see two versions of this team. Obviously, this is such an easy line to throw in. But when it comes to a, super sick run from them, or they kind of really disappoint in front of the home crowd. Now, the last spot, it is tough. It is tough, actually. I don't think it'd be IHC. I don't think it'd be 9Z. I don't think it'd be EG. I don't think it'd be Game of Legion. But I can see the experience of a team like 00 Nation and Imperial, perhaps. And BNE, again, seem to really have this kind of brotherhood element. An underdog is how they want to be. Do you know, I feel like I might put one in Wacky. I ain't doing the hard mode. I know I've referenced him already, but Maui's doing the hard mode 9 for 9. I'm not doing that, guy. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing that. So I'm going to go Game of Legion. Why the fuck not, mate? They got my guy Sui. Or it's like Shuya, I think, but Sui. And they got my guy Ash coaching, who used to coach Vexed. Again, UK representation. So, yeah. That's it. I'm going to go Game of Legion as my wacky pick. But I think everything else makes a lot of sense. Should be able to get through on that. Follow my pick'ems and you'll get Diamond Coin. Make sure you come back. And thanks very much for watching. Of course, check out the other content that we got going on, a little bit more serious than this. Podcast every week and all that sort of stuff. Maybe going to kick back onto the interviews if we can. And drop a sub, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm an idiot. And I'll see you in the next pick'em video, baby.